Good morning, dear children. Today we are going to start with chapter 6 of geography, and the name of the chapter is Major Landforms of the Earth. Children, have you ever noticed that what all different features are there on the land? Yes, you might have noticed somewhere there are plains, somewhere it is mountain, somewhere plains, valleys, etc. So these all together, they are termed as landforms. Now, can you think or wonder how these landforms are formed? They are formed due to two main processes, the external process and the internal process. External process means some disturbance which is taking inside the earth, and external means what all movement or changes which are taking place outside on the earth's surface, like wearing, erosion and rebuilding of the landforms. So basically, we can group broadly these landforms into three main categories: mountains, plateaus, and plains. So today, in this chapter, we are going to study in detail about these landforms, how they are formed, and what are the different landforms on the surface of the earth, especially in our India. So let's understand this clearly with the help of the pictures. So let's discuss what are the major landforms of the earth. So children, landforms are the natural shapes or features, and they are known as landforms. There are many different types of landforms found on the earth. First is mountain. So children, what are mountains? A natural elevation of the earth's surface having considerable mass, generally steep sides, are known as mountain. There are three different types of mountains in India: fold mountains, block mountains, and volcanic mountains. So what are fold mountains? Fold mountains are the most common type of mountain. The world's largest mountain ranges are fold mountains. These ranges were formed over millions of years. Fold mountains are formed when two plates they collide with each other and the land is raised high. Now comes the block mountains. Instead of the earth folding over, the earth's crust fractures, pulls apart. It breaks up into blocks or chunks. Sometimes these blocks of rock move up and down, and they move apart with each other, and then block mountains are formed. Third is the volcanic mountains. Volcanic mountains are formed when molten rock, which is known as magma, deep within the earth erupts and piles upon the surface. Magma is called lava when it breaks through the earth's crust. When the ash and lava cools, it builds a cone of rock, and that is known as volcanic mountains. Now next is plateau. Plateaus are raised areas of land with a flatter top. It differs from a mountain in that a mountain has a jagged peak at the top. Plateaus form either when mountains get worn down and their tops are not as plain as the tabletop. Now, let's see the different types of plateaus. there are three main different types of plateaus: intermontane plateaus, Piedmont plateaus, and continental plateaus. First, let's discuss what are intermontane plateau. Intermontane plateau that are comparatively, completely, and particularly and partially covered by the mountains. So, what are intermontane plateau? Intermontane plateau are those plateaus which are comparatively, completely, and partially covered by the mountains. Now, next is Piedmont plateau. Piedmont plateaus that are found at the foot of a range of a mountains. So, what are Piedmont plateau? Piedmont plateaus are those that are found at the foot of a range of mountains. Now, continental plateau. Continental plateaus means when compared to surrounding plains, some plateaus are found to be higher. So, what are continental plateaus? Continental plateaus means when compared to surrounding plains, some plateaus are found to higher. Now, the next is plains. An extensive level, usually treeless area of land on the earth's surface is known as plains. So, there are three different types of plains: structural plains, alluvial plains, and glacial plains. So, let us have a quick look at the different types of plains. First, structural plains. Due to endogenic forces, an area can be raised or lowered. These actions are called uplift and subsidence respectively. These actions cause plains to be formed and they are called structural plains. Next is alluvial plains. The plains which are formed by the disposition of sediments brought down by the rivers from the high altitudes are called alluvial plains. These are formed by the deposition of the sediments which are brought down by the rivers from high altitudes. Next is glacial plains. Glacial plains which are formed by the movement of the glaciers under the force of gravity. Such plains are found in Canada, Siberia, etc. So, children, glacial plains are formed by the movement of the glaciers under the force of gravity. Next is coastal plains. The plains are at the coast of the sea due to the deposition work of the waves. So, these are the plains which are found at the coast of the sea due to the deposition work of the sea waves. So, that's all for today, children. Go through the chapter, read the chapter thoroughly for better understanding, and few more landforms, few more examples are given in the book. You can go through it and try to understand it in a better way. That's all for today. Thank you. Have a good day.